Welcome to the Saints Crown Show. This is a show for men who want to grow. In a world where confusion is the culture and passivity is the practice, we exist to take men from gaining massive clarity to taking massive action, because we believe that if we can help bring order to your life, you can bring order to your world.
Welcome back to the Saints Crown Show. I'm your host, Zachary Reed, joined here with co-founder of Saints Crown, Preston Woody. And today we are continuing the conversation by providing clarity to some of the burning questions that were submitted to us by men like you. So let's dive in. The next question I've got is, how do you know if your boss is a tyrant?
Help me with this one. How do you know your boss is a tyrant?
I feel like with this question, I'm curious to know the situation that caused someone to submit this question, because I think it is really easy to be in a culture where everyone is in subjection to the leader.
Yes.
And if anything, goes against or revolts that,
Yes.
then that's when you see the tyrannical characteristics flare up and come out. And
Right.
then, whereas like in a healthy culture, it's not revolved around the leader.
Right.
And there's boundaries and precautions and things in place that helps keep the leadership accountable.
Yes.
And I think that would probably be the biggest indicator is like, does your leader have accountability in place? And if they don't, then you're more susceptible and likely to be in an environment where you could potentially be under a tyrannical leader. Like,
You're right. Tyrants hate accountability.
yeah.
They pretend to like it, but they hate it.
Everyone should be held accountable to somebody.
Right.
You should look to have accountability partners in every area of your life. Like for me, walking out of a life of addiction, I have to have accountability partners in different things
Yes.
that I check in with.
We must have accountability. That's
And
why.
have them ask me, when was the last time you looked at pornography?
Yes.
When was, all of those things. It's important to have someone ask you those hard questions.
Absolutely right. And that's why, to take this way out, globalism is doomed to fail and destroy the world. Why? Because one supreme leader over the world, no man should have that much power, and every man should be accountable to someone. Well, what about nations? There's a ruler of each nation. But there's a system in place from a nationalist perspective where nations keep each other in check. It's a system that works. When we become globalistic and everyone has to be in alignment with the desire of the supreme leader,
Yeah.
shoot, buddy, unless that supreme leader is Jesus Christ, we are doomed.
Yeah.
The world is doomed, and life is going to be tyranny, because who knows where this man's mind will eventually go.
Yeah.
Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. So how do you know if your boss is a tyrant? Does he have accountability? I like that. Does he attract puppets? Yes, men. Can people say no to him? Do the people...
Wait, hold on. That's really good. Can someone say no to him?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of leaders that will say, if you are the type of person that is constantly revealing problems without adding solutions to it, then you're not fit to be on this team or whatever. And I would say that's probably where, like, you have to have some people on your team that look at things differently. Like our partnership, for instance, works really well because you'll cast vision, and then I'll come in and not poke holes intentionally, but be like, okay, but here's like the practical side of how we would implement that. And so like our relationship works really well because you need both a visionary and an integrator in order to make things happen in accordance to the vision, but from a practical standpoint. So if you have a leader that is not allowing people to say no to them, then they could be a tyrannical leader.
Probably.
Like, I can say no to you, but you give me the space to share why, and then we're able to like collaborate through that.
I think
it's
let's
not like a yes or a no.
Let's clarify to that point is maybe a better indicator was say no, yes, but maybe to disagree.
Yeah.
And not be afraid that you're going to be put on the outer circle.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes, like can feedback be received and given freely without feeling like you could lose your position?
Lose your status or your standing.
Yeah.
If you are under a tyrannical leader and you're going to probably be afraid to disagree because it's going to put you in a lower or it's going to ruin your standing to a degree. And you're going to feel like compelled to nod your head yes, to say yes, even if you disagree. So with a good leader, you can disagree, but then still come into alignment and sort things out. And you know what? I may not agree with this decision, but I disagree. But you know what? Let's jump into alignment. Let's do this together. But under a tyrannical leader, you probably would feel a lot of reluctance to disagreeing with that point or challenging it to a degree. And also, like they're probably surrounded by yes men and puppets, like that think, act, look, talk. Like, is everyone starting to look like the leader? You know, or is everyone else gauging their decisions based on what the perception of the leader is or what's best for the organization, right? So that's where you can unintentionally create a cult leader of a culture.
Thank you for investing in yourself with us. And if you feel like, hey, I found my tribe, right now go ahead and subscribe to the show. Or you can just find us on social media at Instagram at saints.crown. I hope to see you soon.